You are an engineer. Being an engineer, you have opted for a subject like Sanskrit as your optional paper. What is the reason behind this?
You are from Kapushera, and a nearby village is named after the US President Jimmy Carter. Which village I am talking about?
So in Haryana, there has been a policy of jobs for locals, which has been struck down by the Punjab and Haryana High Court.
Yes.
What is your view?
Deepak, you have also worked in the telecom industry.
Yes.
Can you tell us how telecom spectrum is allocated in India?
Can you brief me on ongoing Israel-Palestine conflict?
May I come in, sir?
Yes, come in.
Morning, board members.
Good morning. Please be seated.
Thank you, sir.
Please give a brief introduction about yourself.
Sir, my name is Deepak Godara. I belong from Bharthal village in Dwarka, and I have done my schooling till 10th class in Sainik School, Kunjpura. After then, I have completed my 11th and 12th from government school, and thereafter Information and Technology in Bachelor's of Engineering from Netaji Subhash Institute of Technology. And thereafter, I sir worked 1.5 years in Bharti Airtel, and I have given one UPSC interview, and this will be my second interview, sir.
Why did you leave Deepak Bharti Telecom?
Sir, I left the Bharti Airtel to pursue my career in UPSC, sir, the civil service.
You didn't like your job there?
No, sir. I liked the job, but I wanted to pursue for civil services. So, as they said, the main reason was that the impact which we created the engineering services, or we see the engineers, that is not that much as compared to civil services. So, if we take it and compare it with the engineering, so the civil services act as a social change. And also at a very young age, they give us opportunity for the leadership.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
One thing which is bothering us that you are an engineer.
Yes, sir.
Being an engineer, you have opted for a subject like Sanskrit as
Yes,
your
sir.
optional paper. What is the reason behind this?
Sir, initially I have studied till 8th class, so I had a little interest in Sanskrit, and I used to score very good marks in that subject also. And after that, sir, I consulted one of my seniors, and he convinced me that Sanskrit has a very short syllabus, and if you can master the grammar, so it is also a very good scoring option also.
Okay.
So that's why I opted.
Okay. Talking about grammar, just now you spoke about grammar.
Yes, sir.
Who wrote the Mahabhashya?
Patanjali Mahabhashya.
Patanjali Mahabhashya.
Yes, sir.
So what was it?
Sir, Mahabhashya was basically a commentary on the Sanskrit grammar, and it was written to incorporate the changes which have been taken place in the Panini's Ashtadhyayi and Katyayans, the Vartiks.
Excellent. Tell me another question, related question. What role did Sanskrit play in shaping Indian culture and philosophy?
Sir, it is often said that Sanskrit Bharatiya Sanskriti ka darpan hai. So I would say that many aspects of from Ramayana and Mahabharata have shaped Indian society. And if we consider the philosophical aspect also, sir, the Upanishads and the Vedas, see, it is often said that Upanishads are the end of Vedas and the founding stone of the Vedanta philosophy. So in that aspect, sir, the Vedanta philosophy or Mimamsa philosophy, they have their roots in Sanskrit text, earlier the Vedas and Upanishads. So in that sense, sir.
Sanskrit, as we all know, is almost a dead language in our country, isn't it? So if you are given the responsibility of reviving Sanskrit
Yes, sir.
as a spoken language,
Yes, sir.
so number one, what are the challenges involved in that, and how will you go about it?
Sir, I wouldn't say that it is a dead language. I would say it is a declining language rather. So the main issues before the Sanskrit is that for any language to thrive, there are certain pillars for which a language is alive. First is the number of speakers, and second is the protection from the state. Third is the availability of resources in that language, and fourth, I would say, sir, that the changes going in the languages. So the major issues which Sanskrit faced, that it is a bit, I would say, sir, that a rigid language in a sense that the technicality of its grammar, although I didn't feel it tough, sir, but it appears that it is a very tough language. So this is the major issue. And if I were given the promotion, so I would work on the 4 pillars. And sir, there are dedicated force who are interested in speaking Sanskrit. If we see there are villages in Karnataka or Madhya Pradesh which speak Sanskrit as their daily language also. The Matur village in Karnataka and Jhiri village in Madhya Pradesh. So that I would like to take the input from those people and try to convince those people who are interested in to visit those places and improve the standards. Second, sir, the resources availability in Sanskrit, which are I find that, sir, they are very less. So I would work on that pillar. And third, sir, the national education policy, which have brought various guidelines regarding the promotion of Sanskrit, the Sanskrit knowledge systems, or a promotion of Sanskrit through Sanskrit itself. So these will be some of my steps to.
One final question again related to Sanskrit only.
Yes, sir.
A lot of efforts are on to digitalize Sanskrit literature.
Yes, sir.
So, could you name me one or two agencies which are doing a very good work as far as digitalization of Sanskrit literature is concerned?
Sir, if I were to name 1 or 2 agencies, I would say Sanskrit Bharati is one, which carries out the 14-day course for the people to learn and speak Sanskrit. And it also works on the digital front by providing various resources. And second, sir, I would say that being it the 2020 Act, the Central Sanskrit Universities Act, and making Sanskrit universities disciplinary. So second is the legal aspect, I would say, that has brought.
Oh, thank you very much.
Deepak,
Yes, sir.
you are from Kapashheda, and a nearby village is named after the US President Jimmy Carter. Which village I am talking about?
Jimmy Carter. If I'm not wrong, it is in Gurgaon, Carterpuri.
Yeah, that's true. What was its original name before this name was adopted?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware of it.
And Jimmy Carter visited India. He was he the first US president to visit India, or earlier presidents had visited India?
I'm not sure, sir. I need to go back and look into it.
Okay. And in recent times, which US presidents have visited India
Which US president?
in last decade or two?
Sir, there was a visit by President Trump in his tenure. So Trump has visited, sir.
Has Mr. Biden also visited India?
I don't remember, sir. I need to go back and check it.
Okay. And has any president visited India twice? US president?
Sorry, sir. I'm not aware of it. I need to go back and check it.
What kind of relationship we maintained with the US in the beginning of our nationhood, that is after independence? Did we have a close friendly relationship, or we remained a little aloof from US?
Sir, initially, since US was the power after World War II, which emerges, and US also promoted that the independence of the colonies. So initially, we had good relations, if we see, but at the same time, after some time, the relations were not good, as India inclined itself towards the Soviet Union. So,
and what kind of contribution US made in the first IIT of India, that is IIT Kharagpur?
I'm not aware of it, sir.
Okay, never mind. What kind of future do you see between India-US relationship? That is, whether US is using India as an instrument against China?
Sir, I wouldn't rather differ from this point of view completely. Because, sir, it's a partially correct that since India also has some strategic point in that. Since China is also a threat to us also. Since in 2020 we have seen. So as far as concerned with the US is concerned, sir, we have, I think, very good relations on all fronts. If we see the geopolitical front, the I2U2 in the Middle East, or the Quad in the Indo-China, so it is nearly centered about the both democracies. And second, sir, geostrategically, as to contain China, so it is not that US is using India, but also India it maintains its national interest and strategic autonomy, and at the same time cooperate with the US.
Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore used to believe, and he used to say also, that China is our natural friend, being geographically close, and also being the fact that except 1962, which Mr. Gurudev
Yes, sir.
didn't see, India and China never had any conflict in the entire history of 5,000 years,
Yes, sir.
whether in ancient times or medieval times or modern times. This conflict perception is basically managed by American media.
Sir, indeed, that India and China had never any a big conflict, and they shared a very good relation. If we see the first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, he signed Panchsheel with the China. But 1962 war was a surprise for us, and I think that on a strategic front, China also did a mistake in that. And I read somewhere, sir, that it was that the China's BRI project that is incomplete without India. That the medieval Silk Road which used to be there, so that is incomplete without India. But I would say, sir, that one of the factors which could be the US is it can be one of the factors, sir. But I think that China's miscalculation was the major factor of internal politics of China at that time.
And do you see emergence of China as a threat to Indian interest?
Sir, I would like to present two perspectives here. If we see the global south, which India presents itself to the various multilateral institutions. So in that aspect, I do not see that China is a threat to us. But sir, at the same time, we need to be very practical and do away with the myopic approach. We should be also looking the China's recent history, that they have some border disputes with India and they can attack. So at that side also, it is we need to be prepared if it is a threat. But sir, on economic front, I don't see. On this front, sir, I see that we need to be prepared.
Okay, thank you.
Deepak, you come from Haryana.
Yes,
right?
sir.
That is the home state you have
Yes,
selected. So in Haryana, there has been a policy of jobs for locals, which has been struck down by the Punjab and Haryana High Court.
Yes, sir.
What is your view? Should it be allowed or should it not be allowed?
Sir, there was a report by the CMI that Haryana has a maximum unemployment. So to incorporate that, the policy of 75% reservation up to 30,000 jobs was brought in. But sir, at the same time, the constitutional provisions that it was a violation of Article 19 of people of other states. And I think, sir, that should not be brought in private sphere. Rather, other capacity building or skill development programs may be brought in.
Okay. Now you have also worked in IT sector. You are a IT engineer, right?
Yes, sir.
And what is this H1B visa issue?
Sir, H1B visa basically is for the outsiders of who are outside from the US, and the company sponsors them. So by coming of the Trump administration, there are issues that people may be deported, or there is a denial of H1B visa. So this is the issue, sir, regarding it.
Okay. A related term that we often hear is offshoring. What is offshoring?
Sir, as far as I remember, it is linked to geopolitical sense, that offshoring or friendshoring, to avoid the supply chain disruptions, the countries create manufacturing sectors in their friend economies. So this
That
is
is friendshoring, huh?
Yes, sir.
And what is reshoring?
Reshoring.
R-E.
Reshoring. I haven't heard of it, but sir, I can take a guess if you allow me. So the maintaining the earlier supply chain traditions which was there, to maintain it.
Okay, you can look it up. Now you have taken Sanskrit as your optional.
Yes, sir.
When was Sanskrit given the status of classical language by the government of India? Which year?
Sir, I am confused between 2005 and 2006.
2005 is right.
Okay.
Now, which other languages have been conferred this status recently?
Sir, the 5 languages have been given classical language status. They are the Pali, Prakrit, Marathi, Bengali, and Assamese.
Okay. How much do you think that electoral considerations have played a role in grant of classical language status to these languages? Because the criteria has also been changed.
Yes, sir. Sir, in my personal opinion, I do not think that there is any political angle. because these languages, if we see, they have a very large heritage and wisdom in itself them. So the criteria which was earlier was there, that they should not have been borrowed, since Pali and Prakrit have been origins from Sanskrit. So that criteria have been changed, and I think, sir, it is a very good step to preserve the languages.
Okay, Deepak, we often hear about freedom of speech and expression.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, tell me, a person who is occupying a high constitutional post,
Okay, sir.
whether that person has more freedom of speech and expression as compared to a common citizen, or is it the same, or is it less? And the reason for that?
Sir, if we see in the eyes of the constitution makers, and in constitution also, it is same for everyone. But since at the people at the lower level, they may not get chance to represent themselves. So this is my take, sir.
No, but I am asking a very specific question. Like, suppose somebody is occupying a high constitutional position.
Yes, sir.
Now, because that person is occupying that position,
Yes,
whether
sir.
he has more freedom of speech and expression or less freedom of speech and expression.
Oh, got it, sir. Sir, if we see the job profiles of certain people, the army people, so there are certain restrictions on them, or the people who are occupying high profile jobs. So in that sense, I see that the freedom of speech is curtailed to some extent, which is required for the unity and integrity of India, sir, to maintain it.
Okay, last question to you.
Yes, sir.
We have seen that India-Bangladesh relations have been little bit strained
Yes,
of
sir.
late. Now, Bangladesh interim government has requested for Sheikh Hasina's extradition.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what should India do if it is left to you?
Yes, sir.
What should India do?
Sir, if I have given this task, so it is a very complex, I would say, sir, that complex at the diplomatic level. And my take would be, sir, that to follow the UN conventions, and on a practical sense, I think that the assuring that there should be no discrimination in the trial of Sheikh Hasina in Bangladesh, to ensure that, and if possible, the judicial process can be carried on the Indian lines. So that would be my take, sir.
Thank you.
Deepak, India is accelerating on a growth trajectory,
Yes,
and in this, the urban development, sustainable urban development, I would say,
Yes,
is
sir.
going to play a very important and key role. In this context, what challenges do you foresee while we are trying to develop the urban infrastructure?
Sir, indeed, the urban development, it is said that by 2035, 50% of our population will be urban. But the issues which I see, sir, that first is the urban infrastructures, the connectivity, the metro, and the other railways in other cities apart from Delhi and Mumbai, the mega cities. Second, I see, sir, the issues of water and sanitation in slum development. According to World Bank report, near about 25% are slums in the urban areas.
Okay, you mentioned about the infrastructure development in the urban landscape.
Yes, sir.
If we take the example of Gurugram only,
Yes, sir.
we have some of the high-end real estate projects in the Gurgaon.
Yes, sir.
But at the same time, the quality of urban infrastructure, that is the common infrastructure that is available to the masses, is not so good. Even the residents are complaining that once we are inside the society complex, it is a different world. And once we step outside the society, it is an altogether different world. So whose responsibility do you think should it be? Because we see such a huge divide.
Yes, sir. Sir, I saw that video that the people were promised something and they delivered something else. So I think, sir, on that note, the stakeholders involved in this includes the builders and the local municipal bodies which give the licenses, and also the awareness of the citizens, sir. So I think that the rules to be followed by the builders.
Okay. One of the biggest challenges in this ecosystem is the management of solid waste.
Yes, sir.
So how do we deal with that problem? We already have laws in place. We already have technological mechanisms in place.
Yes, sir.
But still, this issue is unresolved.
Sir, there are rules for solid waste municipal 2016, and they are under the Environmental Protection Act. We have the laws, but still there are lacunas if we see the ground issues. So my solutions would be, sir, that we need to opt for the we need to opt for the natural solutions, the bioremediation, and also the waste collecting at the municipality level. That should be increased.
So that is what I'm asking. How do you let people or ask people to follow these guidelines? Because the guidelines are already in place. If we
Yes,
take
sir.
the example of Delhi NCR only, we have dedicated agencies and the infrastructure and the mechanisms are in place. But still we see this problem.
Sir, if we see there have been recent changes to a large extent that per day the van of the MCD comes and take the the waste from the homes. So, but still the challenges are there. So on that, sir, I would like to persuade people through the lifestyle which our honorable Prime Minister have brought, and also the shift away from the attitude that not in my backyard. So that needs to be followed by persuasion, and that can be done by role modeling also, sir.
Okay, fair. Have you heard of EPR?
Yes, sir, I heard.
What is EPR?
Sir, extended producer responsibility.
Okay.
And
What is this concept?
Sir, this concept basically refers to when manufacturer manufactures something, then it should track it, and at the same time also he has some sort of responsibility to recycle it or to use it in a manner of circular economy.
Okay, great. Deepak, you have also worked in the telecom industry.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us how telecom spectrum is allocated in India?
Right, sir. So in recently Telecommunication Act 2023, according to that, the spectrum allocation is done through administrative point of view, but there have been issue regarding the various Supreme Court judgments that it should be opened openly.
Are you sure this entire scheme is changed for the telecom spectrum, or this is just restricted for the satellite spectrum? Administrative allocation versus auction method.
I'm sorry, sir. I remember. It is for the satellite spectrum only.
Okay. My last question to you. When we talk about the satellite spectrum, we refer to certain bands. What are these bands?
Sir, these are frequency bands. They vary from the certain level. If you see the electromagnetic spectrum, so if this much spectrum is allocated, frequency is there for say radio waves. So those small brackets in there, they are called as frequency bands.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Deepak,
Yes, sir.
can you brief me on ongoing Israel-Palestine conflict?
Yes, sir. Sir, history also.
Yes, in
Okay.
very short. Very
Sir,
short briefing.
Israel was as a country was created was a initiative by UK government on Balfour's Declaration in 1917, and in 1948 Israel was created and imposed on the Palestinian people. And since there has been continuous wars regarding the two states, and recently that it was triggered by the Hamas's attack on 9th of October 2023.
9th of October?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure about it?
Yes, sir, I'm sure of it. And after that, Israel has created an all-out war on the Hamas.
Okay.
This is the issue.
And what is the current status?
Sir, if you see the current status, according to UN reports, there have been death of 46,000 people in the Hamas, and mostly including the children and women.
In Hamas, is Hamas a territorial identity?
I'm sorry, sir. In Gaza Strip.
Gaza, okay.
Yes.
Ruled by Hamas.
Ruled by Hamas.
Related to this only, can you tell me what is axis of resistance?
Sorry,
Axis of resistance? The term axis of resistance?
I'm not aware of it, sir.
Okay. Can you brief me what organizations or groupings are involved in this conflict apart from Israel and Palestine?
Sir, apart from it, the Houthis, the rebel groups, and the Hezbollah rebel group in the Lebanon side.
Okay.
And these are some of the militant groups. Apart from it, sir,
What's the role of Iran then?
Sir, the militant activists which are these I have named, they are backed by Iran.
Iran.
Yes, sir.
That is axis of resistance. Okay. And
Okay, sir.
now you might be privy to the recent regime change in Syria.
Yes, sir.
How this will impact the entire situation in the ongoing conflict?
Sir, if we see the Syrian aspect, the HTS group have overtaken the Assad's regime, and it is said that Russia and Iran were behind the Bashar al-Assad. So this change, I think, sir, in specific to India or in the West Asia?
West Asia overall, global scenario.
Sir, can I take a moment to think?
Sure.
Right, sir. So I think, sir, that since the Bashar al-Assad was backed by Russia and Iran, so this regime change will give Israel the proactive hand on, as it has carried bombing in the Syria also. So, but at the same time, sir, the Jolani, the leader of the HTS, he has said that there will be a Syrian government which will respect the minorities, and if that on that promise things are going, sir, I think that for Syrian there can be peace.
Okay. And what's India's stand on Israel-Palestine conflict? Do we support two-state solution?
Yes, sir, we support two-state solution.
And is it feasible according to you in current scenario?
Sir, I think it is the practical solution. Not if we see the short term, but if we in the long term, if we see, I think that is the only correct solution.
Do you see Hamas as the ruling entity even in two-state solution?
Sir, when we talk about the two-state solution, then we also favor that the people should elect whosoever it may be.
Okay.
So if it is elected by people, then.
So my last question to you, since you are an IT engineer,
Yes,
can
sir.
you differentiate between AI and ML?
Sir, artificial intelligence is basically a very broad term, and it is based on the machine learning.
Okay.
So this is the basic difference between the two.
Machine learning enables the artificial intelligence.
Yes,
right?
sir.
And how artificial intelligence is different from LLM model?
Sir, again, the AI is a very broad term, and the large language models, which we use, the ChatGPT or another's, so they are a sub part of the AI.
And can you differentiate between ML and LLMs?
Machine learning,
Machine
and
learning
LLMs.
and large language models.
It has been long time that I haven't brushed up this one, sir. But if I were to guess, the large language models basically work on this, sir, the large data, and they mimic the human mind, sir. While on the machine side, we say, sir, it is more specific to certain fields. So this is the only difference which I can think of it right now, sir.
Okay, read about it more.
Okay, sir. I'll
Thank
go
you.
back.
Suppose, Deepak, if you don't get selected,
Yes,
God
sir.
forbid, and you are asked to analyze the reasons, so what could be the possible reasons if you don't finally get selected?
Sir, I'm highly hopeful that I will be get selected. But if there were any reasons, then that could be analyzed only after, sir, the mark sheets are out.
Before you can't make an assessment.
So right now, I think that I will make it, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So
Thank
nice
you.
talking to you. Your interview is over. You may go now.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day.
Come on. Sit down, Deepak. When is your interview, Deepak?
Sir, 10 January.
10 January. And which attempt is this?
Second, sir.
Second attempt.
Yes.
also. And second interview.
Sir, fifth attempt, second interview.
Fifth attempt
Yes.
and second interview. When was the last interview?
Sir, 2021.
Achha, what was your score?
149, sir.
Why did you get such low marks?
Sir, I didn't prepare for that.
You didn't prepare, you couldn't answer, or you answered wrongly?
Sir, I some of the questions, one question I answered wrong. And apart from that, sir, I didn't answer up to the mark.
You should take a lesson from that. You see,
Yes, sir.
you must understand what is the purpose of this personality test. It is not the test of your knowledge. Knowledge has already been tested
Yes, sir.
earlier examinations. This is a test of personality. You are called by the board to see various aspects of your personality. And the first and foremost aspect is your personal integrity. That is, there should not be any compromise on that. There has to be honesty of purpose in all your statements.
Okay, sir.
That is very fundamental. Even if you are not able to answer 70% of question, doesn't matter.
Okay, sir.
But in your exuberance or your excitement to respond to each and every question, you should not be speaking which you don't know.
Okay, sir.
So make it a point. Candidly admit, sir, I don't know. There is no point, absolutely no point. That is second, first and foremost. Second is your balanced views on contentious issues, on debatable issues and all that. Views have to be balanced. You have to project both pros and cons of the subject, whatever is getting discussed. Third is your honesty, I have told you. The third is that you should not be sticking to a point where you are not sure about yourself.
Okay, sir.
Okay. What is happening today also, we could see traces of that in the interview. Like we're discussing Israel and Hamas and all that. You said that is 9th October. Being prompted by the board member, are you sure? You are so confident, you said, yes, I am pretty sure about it. So if you are not sure, think twice. Why the board
Was it
member?
8th October, sir?
It is 7th. So it comes under the category of blunder. One bad answer will pull you down like anything. So just another lesson you should learn, that whenever a board member, if you are not sure, to the best of my knowledge, it is 9th. There is a way of saying that also, to the best of my knowledge. If it's 7th, if somebody says it's 7th or some other date, so I'm not too sure, sir. I vaguely remember. You're not supposed to be remembering each and every date.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? So whatever, but don't be overconfident.
Okay.
That is what is important. Don't be overconfident and don't question board member. Suppose if somebody says something and you don't agree with his point of view or her point of view, have patience. Let it go. Don't confront him. So, meaning thereby, don't be argumentative.
Okay, sir.
Isn't it? Don't be argumentative. So, and your questions will be asked on variety of issues. What questions will be asked? Nobody can tell you. How are you going to handle the question? That is what is important.
Yes, sir.
So, these are 3-4 parameters: balanced views, personal integrity, integrity of purpose, then being non-argumentative, and intent. Try to understand intent of the question. Be a patient listener also. What question has been asked? Like offshoring. Question was asked on offshoring. Why did you add another word? Do you remember? What did you say?
The friend shoring.
Why? Was it needed?
Okay.
There is no need for you to display your knowledge, because there are much more experienced people sitting this side, isn't it? They are judging you. You are not supposed to be judging them. Okay. So make sure that try to understand intent and answer in a very cryptic manner. Just matter of fact, focus to the point.
Okay, sir.
Don't beat around the bush.
Okay, sir.
So it will add to your personality, because you have all the good qualities of becoming a good bureaucrat, a good civil servant. But 149 is not expected of a person like you. And you must have done something wittingly, unwittingly, said something which.
Sir, I wasn't sure that I will be getting interview call. So I didn't prepare for the interview.
Not preparing itself is not a problem. I am telling you, not preparing is also not a problem, because you have already studied a lot. General awareness, you are expected to have ideas on this thing. But so many subjects under the sun, you are not expected to know everything. But how you handle those questions, that is what is important. So again, I am repeating time and again, these are the key elements of the personality test. If you are able to maintain your integrity, honesty, if you are able to give a very cogent arguments and all that, and if you don't buckle under pressure, suppose some artificial pressure at times created.
Yes, sir.
So try to hold on to yourself. That is, and never ever astray from the fact. It happens that you start thinking, no, I'll speak this also, that also. Refrain from that.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Being verbose will not augur well. It has to be matter of fact only. That is one. And when you came, you said, good morning, board members. Why are you saying good morning, sirs is all right, good morning, ma'am, good morning, sirs? Board members is, again, the board members may take it otherwise.
Okay, sir.
So instead of saying good morning, board member, say good morning, sirs. If madam is there, good morning, ma'am, good morning, sirs. That's it. Then your sitting posture. Your sitting posture, you should go slightly, go back and sit. It's like that. It should be straight. Your shoulder should be straight. and your body language should be very positive,
Okay, sir.
and a smile on face, as if you are liking and enjoying the session.
Okay, sir.
So, and you are a good personality, which is why I am time and again repeating all this,
Thank
that
you,
you
sir.
are capable of getting 175, 180 also. Absolutely no doubt in our mind. Only thing, because you know the subject, you know everything. Again, what questions will you ask, nobody can tell you. And while giving introduction also, be very crisp in your introduction.
Okay, sir.
Sir, I am basically from Delhi. I did my schooling from wherever you have done, and college from this thing with IT as my subject. That's it. And then wait for a counter question from the board members. So instead of giving a long introduction, you may make it crisper. Then a certain AI, ML and all that, you see, again I am telling you, you are expected to know, but heavens will not fall if you don't answer properly. But heavens will certainly fall if you answer wrongly. You getting my point or not?
Got it.
So questions on AI, ML were asked. Whatever you knew, try to brush up. If it
Yes,
is
sir.
because these are in things, so everybody will be interested in knowing all
Yes,
these
sir.
things. And in your case, you have opted for Sanskrit,
Yes, sir.
which is very unusual, isn't it? Very few candidates with Sanskrit, they come up to this level. It may so happen that not a single question asked from you on Sanskrit subject. It may so happen that 50% of time is devoted on Sanskrit only.
Yes, sir.
About the answers, you did well, but philosophy, we wanted to hear more from you about the darshans and all that. What are the kinds of darshan? How Sanskrit has been able to promote that.
Okay, sir.
So be slightly specific instead of giving a very general kind of this thing. And then coming to Sanskrit, Kalidas' work is known to almost everybody, isn't it? Even if somebody has not read Sanskrit, somebody will ask you a question like, you must have read Meghdutam. You tell me how, from where the clouds started traveling and from where did it go. So that kind of so entire route, geographical. So that also should be, because those ideas don't come to your mind from where did it start and where did it go. That and simply or the what was the main theme of Avigyan Shakuntalam, what was the main theme of Malvika Agnimitram, and so on and so forth. So Kalidas's work is, Harsh Charit is another important. Then your we have asked you about Panini and Patanjali. So those basic fundamental things may be asked. And when say Sanskrit is classical language, you should be aware in 2024.
Yes, sir.
What are the new languages which have been added and all that. Sanskrit was the first incidental language to have been declared as a classical language. Now, what is the definition of a classical language? 3-4 points are there, which you must be aware in any case. But then prepare yourself for the worst, because you are also IT expert.
Yes, sir.
Supposed to be, not an expert, but supposed to be. You have read the subject. Telecom, we have worked. Telecom sector is undergoing a tremendous transformation. Some questions related to Vodafone Idea, why Vodafone Idea is still struggling despite government's intervention. What are the issues involved? There you should not be found wanting. You must have at least 4 or 5 ideas. What is the problem of their Vodafone Idea? What is the problems related to debt? What is the problem related to government dues? What is AGR? What Vodafone wanted the Supreme Court to intervene on the issue of AGR and all that. So, and lack of capital expenditure. The 4 or 5 points are there. And how much is government's share in that? Government has intervened, you must be aware, in Vodafone Idea. So they have 23%, 24% stake in this thing. So, and what are the reasons? And if why should government intervene in a private sector? Another question. In any case, 2 other competitors are there in the private sector. Why there is a need for a third competitor? Then fate of BSNL, MTNL, merger, whether it's going to help the state telecom operator to further grow or not. All those spectrum question was asked. Spectrum is another thing which is very important. And incidentally, you must have read this, your modified act of 2023, your what is that act? Telecom Act.
Sir was right. It
So-
was
so
it
that-
is regarding the satellite.
Yes, yes. Go through provisions
Okay,
very
sir.
broadly,
Okay,
because
sir.
somebody may ask you about that. Semiconductor industry and all that, these are in things and all that. So just have a look at that also. The semiconductor, what is happening, what the government of India has been doing to promote growth of semiconductor and all. And after all this, follow the basic rule, be honest and stay honest.
Okay, sir.
And I'll tell you, you can come back to me and tell me, sir, I have done it, and you will get 180, 185, absolutely no.
Okay, sir.
So interview will not let you down, which he did last year, but you have done well in your mains examination. You will do much better this time compared to 2021.
Thank you,
Okay, all the best. Do you have, your tie length is like, show me your tie. You see what happens, tie normally, tie length should be touching your belt. Should be touching your belt. It's going much beyond that, below that. So while putting knot and all that, just ensure that it's there. Otherwise, it's okay.
sir.
Posture, you have to improve upon your posture, sitting posture, and now it's fine. So just take care of all this and you'll do well. Have confidence in yourself.
Okay, sir.
All
Thank
the
you.
best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.